So welcome back, everybody. My name's Andrew and you're watching the Kelley's Country Life, and welcome all the new viewers that we just recently picked up on the channel. So we just had a major influx of thousands of new subscribers. Thank y'all so much for that. We hit a milestone of 50,000, flew past it and still going. Now I know the majority of you are here for the DIY builds, the outdoor kitchen stuff, the internet stuff, the tech stuff. We do that all the time on the channel, but as the channel title says, it's our country life. So we include pretty much everything. And today's gonna be one of those different types of videos. So before we get started, and I'll let you know what's on the agenda, we are starting us a little, I'm just gonna call it hobby farm here, a little homestead. We've got our first farm animals here, and we're going to rapidly increase that with cows and goats and everything else. So I wanna let y'all know, we wound up putting a little dirt bath in here for our baby chickens. We just brought them outside into their new little coop, and they've been enjoying it. So they get in there and do little dust baths, and as you can see right now, they're actually picking up that sand and gravel to use that to help digest their food. So what's on the agenda today? We're about to jump in the tractor and go do some more mowing on the property. Man, we've been getting a lot of rain and the grass has been growing left and right. And we've got a major problem in the garden with some animals that we have to take care of. Let me show you all the destruction there. Oh, it hurts. And one of the favorite things of our normal everyday viewers, and I've just received more requests for it, we run cameras year round on our property. We have all kinds of wild animals here. Believe it or not, even though we're in Florida, we have bears all over the property. Always get pictures of them. Coyotes, deer, quail. We should have some baby fawns right now. So I love going and pulling all those. We'll include those pictures at the end of the video. Okay, so there was no cattle egrets in the field. Those are the birds I call my buddies. I just fired the tractor up. I've been letting it idle here and warm up for 2 minutes, and they must have such good hearing because they just started flying in from everywhere, and they're all sitting outside of the barn waiting on me. I need to run around though and clean these windshields real quick so y'all can get some enjoyment today watching the birds. But here they are. They just started flying in on me. So I literally started this video 2 days ago and I'm still not done mowing because that keeps happening. Just woke up early this morning, checked the radar. Oh wow, there is hundreds upon hundreds of miles of rain just now coming on shore, all out in the Gulf, and every bit of it looks like it's headed right toward us. It actually just got done raining a minute ago, so I don't think I'm going to be finishing up the last little bit of pasture mowing in this episode. But I talked about a major problem that I have in the garden. Aside from it's growing up and all the weeds, I'm taking care of that. We got a major animal problem, and oh, am I aggravated. So our beautiful grapes, I showed y'all these earlier this year. Look at this. I have never seen so many grapes. This is 2-year-old grapevines, by the way. Just thousands of them in here. You come down here and just lift this up, there's grapes as far as you can see everywhere in there, and they're just starting to get ripe. Now here's what'll make you sick to your stomach. Let me show you what's been going on out here. I want y'all to look at the hundreds, maybe even 1,000 grapes that are all on the ground. Some chewed up, most are just wasted, just like this on the other side of the grapevine too. Just hundreds upon hundreds of wasted muscadine grapes. Look at this down here, y'all. Look at this. Don't that make you sick? As far as you can see, both sides. Yeah, I mean, there's probably several 100,000 grapes on the ground. A lot of you already know what the heck it is. So we put up this very tight woven fence right here so things can't get underneath, and it's done a pretty good job of that. I need to go around and fill it up a little. We'll get occasional rabbits that'll dig under, things like that. So far, even though this is only a 5-foot fence, it's kept the deer out. I still have to come back and cut all these posts, but I've just kind of got lazy with it and not focused on it the last few years. But I'm also going to leave the post high so we can run one strand of either electric wire or barbed wire up top to carry this on up to about 6 feet. If I ever have a problem with deer, I've yet to have one jump in here, and they're in the yard every night. But what can climb right over this, no amount of fencing matters, unless I put electric wire up here, raccoons. They have been coming out here and destroying this. That's why I brought some traps back up to the house, destroying it. So here's the funny thing. I finally picked up my thermal scope that a lot of y'all have donated money toward on the channel because, well, as long as we live out here, we're going to have problems with animals. And I'm more concerned about predatory animals for our goats, chickens, things like that. We wanted a good way to keep an eye on the place, and we wanted a way to take care of a nuisance problem like our armadillos that's dug our place like crazy. We'll discuss all that in another episode. So I just picked up that thermal scope yesterday. I'm playing with it. I'm hoping I can figure out how to get the recording off of the camera. If I can, I'll include it right here. So you can see I was outside playing with that camera last night, checking out the features, just trying to learn it, first time using it. And lo and behold, I come around the house, I was just watching a cat that was over there in the woods, and here comes some of the raccoons across the yard, and I caught them right in the act, coming out here in the garden. Now that scope was just in my hand, not even mounted to a gun, nothing, so I couldn't take care of the problem, so to speak. It wasn't on top of a rifle. But long story short, me and a flashlight and something come out here, and we took care of a problem. So 2 of those 3 raccoons are no longer going to be eating my grapes, but I guarantee you more know about it and more will be coming out here. So I'm going to continue to set traps around the garden. It's just, it is what it is. You're going to have to deal with these problems whenever you have garden stuff out here, and we've been very fortunate. We've lost very little of our garden to animals. The main reason I even put this fencing and all up, actually, believe it or not, is kind of for raccoons. I used to lose so much corn, melons and things like that to raccoons whenever I would plant outside of a fence. But now they're getting pretty bold and brazen and just climbing right over and doing whatever they want. All right, to try to help deal with my raccoon problem, I set one of these live traps right here, and it's been out in the woods a while and looks rough. Oh, that was thorns and stickers. All right, get out of there. And I like to use cat food, a seafood one that smells fishy. I've had really good luck doing that. About the best thing you could throw in here is an old fish head or fish backbone. Natural fish seems to work really well. And I'll usually leave the lid on a little. That helps with rain, but I like to leave it open enough that that wonderful smell can get out to the raccoons. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, man, put cat food in there, aren't you gonna catch cats? Cats are smart enough that they usually will never go in these. I've actually been setting these traps my entire life, and I have never once that I can remember caught a cat. They are just too sly. They don't trust nobody. They don't trust nothing. I've set cameras up and all, and you'll get cats up here and they'll smell it, but they won't go in. They don't trust it. They know something is, well, fishy. So if you've never seen these style traps before, they have a little floor right here with a bar coming up, and you can actually put this little rod coming up into this one that holds the door open. I can take the lock off now, and it's ready to go. And if I press on this, well, as you can see, that snaps and wants to come down because it releases the trap itself. Like I said, relatively effective. Most animals are a little too smart for this, but I tend to catch a decent amount of raccoons in traps like this. The best traps out probably are something what's called like a dog proof or any sort of a leg hold trap. That's the ones that actually clamp close, or the dog proof is a cylinder and you put the hand down in there and then it has a piece of wire that comes across and actually, oh, see ya. All right, y'all good? You good? I don't know what's going on today. I just checked the radar and there's like literally what looks like a tropical storm trying to form off the coast of Florida right now. Spinning, bands whipping in today, huge amount of rain, and now we're in this big clear opening, but we have been getting some serious wind gusts here the last little bit. Okay, so where was I at? So those leg hold traps, the dog proof ones actually have wire that comes across and holds the paw. They're called dog proof because, well, the size of them can't actually allow a dog's paw or anything to get down in there, but a little raccoon with their thumbs and all, they'll try to get down there. You can sprinkle some corn or cat food or something like that down in it, and they're greedy. The bad thing is Florida, for some stupid reason, forever has outlawed leg hold traps. But I just got on their website and they got a proposal out right now to allow them. And usually when they put a proposal out, it's gonna happen. All that's been allowed in Florida at this point is live traps like this, wire cage traps, and snares, which I think is the most inhumane thing on the planet. So snares work good in certain locations of the country and all, especially way out in the wilderness. So in areas like right here where I have baby fawns, neighborhood cats, neighborhood dogs, and other stuff that may come through, well, a snare is a big wire loop that you put up and you try to set up in an area, say for a coyote trail or something. If the neighbor's dog runs through there, guess what? It snares and chokes them out. There's no way to let the animal go. At least with a leg hold trap, smooth jaw now, not the crazy ones you see on cartoons that got the teeth. Nobody uses those. But a leg hold trap, normally you can let the animal go okay. A live trap, you can let them go okay. But a snare, no. Whatever gets in it is typically choked out and dead. I just don't understand why this state allows those, but doesn't allow leg holds. But it sounds like we're about to get approval for leg holds, which is awesome because I've got some serious coyote trapping I really need to do. All right, so I have this set up with my cat food in it. I'm gonna put it right where I seen those raccoons sneak in last night, because where there's some, there's more. For all my people that are interested in the dove food plot, looky here. We have unbelievable success. Actually, we have too good of success. I'll explain in a second, but look at the millions of seeds that are out here. And look at how dark green everything is. The fertilizer worked. So what do I mean by we may have been too successful with the food plot out here? Well, I fertilized it and we have got rain after rain after rain. Actually, the first week after I fertilized it, no rain. I was sitting there thinking, boy, it's just the way it works out. You fertilize, you need rain bad, and you never get it. Well, and it came, and it came, and it never stopped, and it never stopped. We've been getting rain every single day. I'm not complaining. I know plenty of y'all would love to have it. The problem is with that fertilizer out there and this constant rain and then sunshine like we get down here in the state, as you can see, the stuff exploded. It's growing faster than I have ever seen before, and it's putting on so much seed so quick, I'm afraid it's going to be completely seeded out and dropped before the season ever gets here. We shall see. So I'm going to have a lot of dove here. I just may have a lot of dove show up early before the season starts in late September. Here it is, beginning to middle of August. This stuff's seeded out big time. I have a feeling it's going to start browning up by the end of the month and be on the ground first, second week in September, probably first week, which is about a week or two earlier than I would like to have it. So we're going to see how it works out, but can't really complain. It did great. We're getting rain. We're not burning up and dry, and I am thankful for that. Okay, well, all over the place episode, mowing going on, checking game cameras. Stay tuned. I'm about to show any animal pictures that we have. Here's y'all a little food plot update. It's looking great. And by the way, coming up, y'all seen obviously in this episode, I just got my thermal scope. So I've got a review I'm making right now for that. That'll be coming up very soon. And I got a surprise new piece of tractor equipment. We're gonna make a video, show that off too. So a couple of those things coming up, as well as, if you're watching and you're curious, the outdoor kitchen build should get started in the next couple of days, because I think tomorrow, the parts that I've been waiting on, the back-ordered parts to finish up the tile job, I think they should show up. So we got a lot of content coming. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Take care.